The funeral of the revered Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky has started already, and yet there's a tide, a human tide of thousands and thousands of people still streaming in the city of Bnei Brak, the city of 200,000 people in which Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky used to live. And look at the highway, which is on the verge of Tel Aviv. It is closed and only open for buses that are bringing the faithful. And there are buses, lines of buses, as far as the eye can see. We are told that just on this spot, there's about 1,300 buses carrying faithful. And look on the right, people are massing to the stairs that are gonna go to the bridge that crosses the highway and goes to the direction of Bnei Brak, the city of Rabbi Chaim Kanievsky. And this is an amazing sight because it is not a people that look sad. This is a celebration, the celebration of the memory of a revered rabbi who was not a public figure, who was living secluded in his two-room apartment in Bnei Brak and received people for blessings, for advice. And this is the man that the people are celebrating today. Let's hear what one of the participants to that funeral had to tell us.
Rabbi Kanievsky was very, very important. For me especially, I asked him many times questions, and he always told me this exact thing that I need to do. He blessed me sometimes, blessed my wife, my kids. He was like a father for everyone. You can go to his home, and he was standing in the front of the house, and everyone that need the bless or advice or something, he was there for you.
He was not a politician. He was only a man who lived secluded in his home. He was only receiving people. He was not lecturing. And people are telling us that he was able, with his memory, to read not only the Torah, but also the two books that compose the Talmud, the Mishnah and the Gemara, in 1 year instead of 7 years. And he was finishing that work, that labor, every year at the beginning of the Passover Jewish festival. And in a sense, this power that this man had in himself is what has brought the people who came here on their own initiative. There is no mobilization here. There is absolutely no call to come here. The opposite way around. The police has tried to discourage people to come because, as you can see here, there's plenty of rescue workers who come here because they fear that a disaster, a civilian disaster, the like of the Mount Meron during the Lag BaOmer Jewish festival that happened last year, in which 45 people were stampeded to death, would occur again. And this is why, in spite of the police and the authorities who told the people not to come, they are still streaming here. Let's hear one of the politicians who came to pay tribute to the revered rabbi.
His life's mission was to study Torah. Day and night, you could never find him without an open book. A revered rabbi once said that those who study Torah will be blessed with many good things. This was his leadership. He loved every Jew for whoever he was. He accepted thousands every day with a smile and with patience. People here are sad but are consoled by having had the honor to know him.
The power, the strength of this rabbi was that he was not a politician. And you won't see a lot of politicians here, simply because this was the rabbi of the people who radiated beyond the Lithuanian community. He radiated to the Ashkenazi Jews, to the traditional Jews, also to the Sephardic Jews. People from all walks of life and from all the corners of the country are coming here to pay respect for the rabbi, to pay respect for the study of the religious book, of the holy book, to pay respect to the strength of a man who could remember how many times the name of Moses, the prophet, was pronounced in the Torah. And he said 97 times, and when somebody tried to correct him and told him, no, it was 99 times, he corrected him and told him the two last words, Moshe, Moses in English, were not the name of the prophet, but had another meaning in Hebrew, in ancient Hebrew. This is Pierre Klochendler, I-24 News, Bnei Brak, Israel.